What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Godlike Statues Friday evening. It's good to see everybody. This is much needed this week because it has been a very long week. It's good to see everybody, and happy Friday. Marcos, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here.
Man, I'm good. Had a pretty not as stressful week as some people, but in Texas at least. But we got a little bit of a freeze, and we don't know how to deal with that in Texas at all.
We don't know what to do, man.
No, man. But I was relatively fine, so that's good. But ready to talk what we like to do, man.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day, and to be honest, to go in and to have, come home to a $2,000 bill for replacing piping was not fun. So that's going to happen this week. But you need water, so here we go. And of course, my man Freddie, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for bringing me back on. Hey, everybody in the community. I had my weekend planned. Saturday, I had planned to build some Maji cases, right? Because I have a Maji case coming in. I've been tracking it all week. It's 3 boxes, which is pretty normal, standard, depending on what Maji cases you're getting. It's usually more than 1 box. Generally, it's about sometimes 2-3 boxes, right?
Yeah.
So it's coming in, but because of all of the snow that's been happening everywhere, it delayed UPS by 3 or 4 days. And when I got a package that said, "Oh, you have a package that arrived," so I was like, "The whole thing is coming." I was like, "Oh, great!" So I went to the door on Friday, tonight, and then when I looked at the door, I opened the door. I was like, "I don't see anything," so I was starting to get worried and panicked. And then when I looked on the floor, I saw a little box that was like this big, a little bit longer. So I was like, "What is this?" So I opened it. It said box 3 of 3. And then I opened it up. It was just the lights. I was like, "Oh man!" So here's the kicker. So I'm just like, again, because even though it was late, it was supposed to be here the Friday, Saturday, because it was supposed to actually come in on Monday. No, it got delayed. So I went on the tracker, and I'm putting in the tracker. I'm like, "Where's the rest of my shit? Please don't tell me it got lost, man. I want to put up my Maji case." I had plans. I looked at the tracker. And then it says, expect to arrive on Monday. Man, I had it planned out. I was like, I'm going to spend a couple of hours, have fun at my office, build my Maji case, maybe do an unboxing. I was like, I had it all planned out. So a little bit disappointed. So I have to wait till Monday to get my Maji cases.
Wow.
I just wanted to share that. Yeah.
That's tough. It's always disappointing when you're tracking something and you have it all planned out, and then boom, something happens. Just like how the Berserk piece was coming in and it was delayed. All of a sudden, it shows up. We just don't never know sometimes. But Predator should be here in the next couple of weeks, and that should be fantastic. And we'll talk about some extra accessories we got coming with it too. So I got that coming. That's going to be great. And then, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kiefer. How you doing this evening? Good to see you, sir.
Doing great. Thanks for having me back on.
Yep.
I didn't have quite as exciting a week as you did. And I didn't have any unexpected bills this week, so that's good. I was really happy today. I unboxed the J&D Batman.
I saw,
Batman, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Like I said in the post, everyone says that they look so much better in person than they do in photographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But when I opened it up, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
the photographs don't do it justice.
Wow.
So, Alan, the real question is, it didn't look like George W. Bush. Huh?
It's a fitting image of George W.
Alan, I had the same, because remember during the unboxing, I said the same thing with, I think it was Wonder Woman or Harley. I said the same thing. I was like, I wasn't going to say it, but I was like, it is true. Once you get it, I was like, I'm looking at the camera as I'm filming. And then I looked at it. I was like, it's like night and day. Does not capture
Wow.
silicone and everything on it. You know?
It's amazing. After I set them up, put some lighting on them, I was waiting for it to start moving. I mean, it just looks so real.
Wow. Man, don't tell me that. Now I don't have to reconsider my purpose here in a minute. Okay, yeah. Well, we got stuff coming in, and I'm not quite convinced that Prime 1 is the one I'm going with the Pattinson, but I was going to decide once. Noah from Noah's Ark, the Bearded Collector, is here as well, guys. Welcome, Noah. I know you got this coming in, and I'm really looking forward to your live unboxing. You did a great job last time, so I really want to see this.
Thanks.
How you doing, man? Thanks for being here.
Doing good, man. Happy to get on. It's great to see you guys again. And I've been trying to keep up with some reveals throughout the week, but it's been a busy one for me too. And so I'm sure there's a lot that I've missed. So looking forward to seeing what you guys have. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's been a really busy week for a lot of people. And this is the Godlike crew, man. So this is our panel, and I look forward to seeing you every week. And we got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of news, and then a little bit of controversy, maybe about that much. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. I got that on deck also. But, man, let me just address the chat because everybody's starting to trickle in. And, that's in the Belfry. How you doing, man? Welcome. And then Jacob is here as well. Of course, you cannot forget Mr. Lane Kramer. How you doing, Lane? I see you, man. I see you creeping in. Marco's on. Marco's is all over it. And then Ryan is here too. How's it going, Ryan? And then, of course, Melvin, why are you not in the panel? I'm trying to figure this out, man. I'm trying to figure this out. What's going on here, dude? What's going on here? So welcome, man. It's good to see everybody. And lastly, we do have a giveaway that we'll be giving away later on in the show. We'll be giving away something courtesy of Sony. And then next week, we have something courtesy of Nintendo. What? Man, there is a miracle, and it's going to happen next week. So, yeah, and if you guys only know how hard I had to work for that. All right, so let's get started, man. It's good to see everybody. So I did want to bring this up today because I saw this. Man, this is let's bring this up real quick. And when I saw this, I was like, man, they finally got the reveal. I talked about it last week too. And by the way, we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube and now Instagram as well. So let me bring this up here real quick. Not that. I was like, how we got that doubled? Let me see here. So many things being announced this week, man. I can't believe it.
Also, Jimmy, Ryan said in the chat that his Pattinson J&D was the best one he thinks.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. That's already starting. So let me go ahead and bring this up. The full reveal was shown this week, and this is a 1-to-1 scale custom Batman statue. Now, Marcos, you can see the cape on it. You can kind of see the emblem. Of course, it's not painted, but for one, it's big. Okay, so it's 1-to-1. But I love the detail. I just can't get over this pose, though, man. There's something off to me about it, and I thought the head sculpt was incredible. But this here, it just wasn't for me. What do you think?
I'm sitting with you. We said it, I think, the last time you showed it. I don't know which show that was ago, but
yeah.
It's the pose, man. And the cape, it looks better with the cape, obviously, than without the cape. But I think they should have just probably kept this as a bust. Like, I think that was the original plan, wasn't it, Jimmy?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
They should have kept it as that. I like the belt, though. The belt's awesome from what it looks like.
Yeah.
And the legs too, man. Like it's like they look inverted, you know, like the knees, like the knees are buckling or something, like crossed over or some shit. But yeah, just the pose. That's all it is. The overall, the Batman, like if it was a better pose, I think it's good. I'm not a fan of the huge bat symbol like that, but overall, it could be really good. It's the pose for me. That's all it is.
Yeah, this pose there's something off. I'm not sure what it is. Noah, I know you love Batman. What do you think about this, man?
I mean, I think it looks great. The only thing I'm wondering about the pose is he supposed to be holding something? Because what it makes me think of is like the from like the Prime One, Dark Knight Returns Batman, where he had the like the grappling hook thing, like on a string that he'd be holding in one hand. That I feel like if you place that in his hands, it would look a little bit more appropriate. But if there's nothing included, then it is kind of odd. I feel like they could have gone with like maybe sort of like a J&D pose or something like that, maybe. But
right, yeah. I mean, when you see this, we have so many options right now for Batman, right? We have just so many different ones, and then you've got Queen making these incredible like busts that they're working on, and they have such great ideas, and then it's hard to make a decision based off that because you got a lot to choose from. I just don't really care for this pose too much. Alan, what do you think?
So good though.
It does.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Yeah, the head looks great.
Yeah.
Well, for life size, I'm kind of wondering what the price point is on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's going to be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind this in a 1/3 scale, but a life size, I'm just not feeling it. If I was going to do a Batman life size, I would cancel every PO I have and just order the Queen Studio life size Bale Batman and be done with it.
Yeah, and that would be a great choice too.
I'd have to cancel everything on the books.
Yeah, that'll be a great choice. Now, when you're looking at this and you have to make a decision, again, you have so many options. I just don't really think that with all the competition that's out there right now, that this would be the best option. Now, I can tell you this, if you're looking for a 1-to-1 scale, this will probably be the most affordable, I think, in my opinion, when it came down to it. And I'll keep you updated on price. Freddie, what do you think about this?
I think first of all, this reminds me a little bit of like Alex Ross, that feeling.
Yeah.
When I look at it overall. For a life size, me personally, if I'm doing a life size, I want real likeness of like a human person, because I want that wow factor. Hey, that looks like Bale, that looks like Ben Affleck, that looks like Michael Keaton. I want that wow factor. Even if that has a cowl on, because you could always tell Affleck or most of these Batman by their chin. You can tell who they are. So I'd want that wow factor if I'm doing any life size piece. The only time I don't want an actual life size character is if I'm doing like a machine. Right? Like an endo skeleton Terminator, or a Star Wars machine or something like that. Robot. Which is then I'm fine with the life size like that. I don't like the pose. I don't hate it. I kind of agree with Noah, or what he was talking about, like the hand is supposed to hold something.
Sure.
If he's not going to hold anything, I do like the option if I wanted to give him something to hold, right? Like if I just want to use my own lightsaber, or get some prop and put it in his hand. I do like that. That's an option that I can play with that. Right.
It's a great one, actually. Good point.
But yeah, overall, if I had to grade, like 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7. Give it like a 7. But this wouldn't be for me if I did life size.
Yeah, same. I have to agree with Alan. I think that the Queen option is just so amazing. That would be the one I would go with, although it's like crazy expensive, but that'd be the one I'd go with if I did do one. Yeah, this was definitely a pass for me, but it was cool to see this come about, and the commissioner is willing to take chances, which I can really appreciate. It's just not going to be one for me. Man, Mr. Martinez today, he posted this today. I just couldn't resist because everybody knows what I love. So I saw this today, and I just thought it was amazing. This is Iron Man. Why is this not coming up? Here we go. This Iron Man piece here that this is concept art, but when I saw them post this, I'm like, man, this is like really good. Just like the AI, I think this is AI art, but just look at how about. It looks really amazing. And just the detail on this looks really awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, super awesome they did that. Really love, all the gears and things you can see and just how, intricate everything is. This is definitely something that is done with AI, you can tell. But I think somebody was talking about it the other day that, AI is kind of hurting some of these sculptors because some groups are actually going with AI, graphics and building a statue out of it. And man, if they did this, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah.
Probably did. Yeah. Man, just look at this intricate. Man, look at this. It looks great. I love you, Spider-Man. This is awesome.
I love machines when you can see the intricacies of it. That's it's just that's why I like. I'm a huge like sucker when it comes to just like endoskeletons and rope, like where you can see the torn and the battle damage or whatever. It's that makes it all nice. That's why I get all giddy. It was just like, oh, you can see inside. Just the tinkering, the machinery.
Dennis knows what's up, man, and Ryan. Yeah, I agree, man. If they would build this and they would do a statue out of it, I'd have to consider it. And some people could say, well, man, wait a minute. You don't like Iron Man Mark II because he's all silver. Why do you like this one because it's all gold? I don't know. It's a great question. Yeah, Mark II is not my favorite. It's funny because I love Mark I so much, and I love Mark III. Mark II was the one that got no love for me, but love the concept art.
Let me ask you, Jimmy, because I don't think I've ever asked you before with Iron Man. What do you think about Ultron? The suit and overall, is that something you'd get?
Yes, I love Ultron. I thought that would be something that would look actually good in my collection too. Ultron, if they would do like, man, a half scale of that or a third scale, that would be amazing if they would do that. I don't know if they ever will or not, but man,
they should. Cause just looking at this, it kind of it just flashed in my head. I was like, Ultron. And I was like, wait, has anybody ever done an Ultron? Like, I like Ultron. I'm like, especially when they had him battle damage in the movie too. Like, if they could do some kind of thing like that, third scale or half scale, I was like, that'd be so hot.
I'd be 100% buying that. Just know, and you know what I can see Queen doing? Hey, you know what? We're gonna do an Ultron, but we're gonna do a 1/3 scale. I can totally see them doing that with a new Avengers line.
I'm so actually surprised. I never thought about a company ever doing him, even in 1/4, anything.
Yeah,
that was the second movie, right? Of the Avengers.
Yeah. It's which is crazy to me. I'm like, Ultron.
Yeah,
it's pretty. I think people just I don't understand.
The best movie, but still a big villain, shit.
Yeah.
I think XM did a Ultron, but it was comic based.
Oh yeah. I think I mean I had that one, and it was great, and I regret selling it. I do. I didn't want to get rid of it, and the more I think about it, the more I want it back. What was not great about that piece is you can't tell until you have it, but the actual some of the arms are plastic on it, not polystone.
Oh damn.
So, and when I put that together, I'm like, man, all right, I guess. Yeah. But that kind of bothered me the whole time I had it, but it was something that I thought I'd mention. Aiden, thanks for posting. I know he posted a lot on Godlike, and this is one great rendition of Iron Man. I just really love it. Now, Marcos, I was working today, and I saw this, and I thought about you, man. Let me bring this up here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you say that, I know my wallet's will be looking at me. Dude, don't do it. Every time.
I thought about you, and I'm not sure why this isn't coming up automatically. I'm gonna have it real quick. Del Auto.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Looks great.
Yeah, this is from Del Auto. It's not out yet, but it's coming out. There's only 50 canvas I saw on this, and then 300 paper. But I mean, for me, it's canvas or go home for me. Now that's not for everybody, but I think if you have a ton of prints already, stick with that and maybe have maybe a couple canvases. But I love the canvas. I think this is awesome. I love the art. When I saw this, I was like, man, Marcos, I wonder if he's going to get this. But I saw that.
There's no doubt. I didn't think about buying it, you know, but it does
Yeah.
look good. And then what I thought though was, she was like, I could get the print, and then I can get that say cheese again, you know. I was just thinking about stuff like that, you know. But if I did get like a print, I would want the 3 Jokers one, you know, like in the sideshow format with the matting and everything. And then out like the say cheese Joker has 3 head sculpts, so it's like 3 Jokers. So that's my mindset. That's what I have an envision of if they come out with a print like that. So
you see her, you have a chance to win one, and make sure everyone do that tonight.
Oh yeah, I did that.
To win it. That would be amazing, actually. Alan, what do you think about this? Do you like this art by Delano?
I do. As a matter of fact, Delano is one of my favorite cover artists. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I love his work. And I'm with you, Jimmy. I like it on canvas.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so much. It just looks more real.
It does.
The artist actually, you know, painted it on the canvas, as opposed to a giclée print.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Yeah, it's great looking. I love the colors. He's maniacal looking. It's perfect.
Right. And Mr. Martinez, we just talked about your Iron Man post, man. Welcome. Thanks for coming in, and good to see you. And yeah, I have to agree with Aiden, because canvas looks so great when it's up on your wall, and it's so much brighter. There's no glare from the glass. It just looks really good. I really appreciate it, actually. Noah, can you see this print? You know, and you have Joker Say Cheese in front of that, and have this kind of up a little bit higher. What do you think? Do you like this?
Yeah, I think it looks great. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about it at all. I think it's really well done. I love the rain, and just his expression on his face is just great. I love it.
Yeah, this one is just fantastic, and when I saw it, anything Joker like art, it's really hard for me to say no to. It really is. Just because of I just love that evil, maniacal look that he has. I know a lot of it, a lot of the comic-based covers look like that, and I think they look great. I think they look awesome.
Have you guys ever seen? They came out with it a couple months ago, but it's another Joker print. It's a horizontal one, and it has like all the. It's based on the comic. I forget which comic though, but it has like all the ha 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 ha's like behind the Joker. I like that print a lot.
I didn't. I remember something about that, but I can't picture it in my head.
Yeah, it was really good.
Who did that? Do you remember?
It's Sideshow. I don't know.
Okay.
It's based on a comic. I just know that. But let me look it up actually. But
Yeah,
it's good.
There's a few Sideshow pieces that have just been amazing that I just instantly bought. I mean, especially with I always kick myself because I didn't get the Iron Man one that Alex Ross did from there when it first came out, but I still got it. So I still ended up getting it. So Lane has a good one, yeah. And I want to get something like that for my nephew Lane, because he loves Carnage, he loves Venom, he loves Spider-Man. He does. So, Freddie, do you like this as a comic piece, or is this something you would ever get?
Yeah, first, I love the Joker character.
I know,
like,
you got a lot.
So I have over like 200 pieces of art, like that I have to. Or that's like next after I get my office together, is to just go through and see what I actually don't need anymore, and kind of like sell those off to invest into the collection.
Yeah,
and I keep those that I want. I don't think I have any Del Auto art, and I can't confirm that, but I think I do need one. This is actually a piece that I would get. And I have a whole bunch of Joker comics too. I literally just finished a comic called Joker Endgame. I never read it. And I read Joker Endgame, the complete book, or series or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, this is actually like a couple days ago, and I was like, I think I need like a comic Joker art. And then I thought to myself, I got to go look through to see if I actually have one. And it's funny that this came up. That's why I'm saying it, because this is not the Joker. The the Joker, the way he's drawn in Joker Endgame, I don't remember the artist, doesn't look similar to this. But I was like, I need to get one in that vein. This one is that, and I think this is like, it's not too overshadowing where I feel like I could put this anywhere. Like the background is like blurred out. I like where the background is. It's just focused on the Joker himself and how crazy he is.
Yeah.
And with the pouring rain, so I feel like I can literally put this anywhere in my office next to any piece, and it will look amazing. And I agree with everybody here. Canvas is the way to go.
Yeah.
I don't have many canvases. I can only count on one hand how many canvases I have. I'm genuinely like strategic with my canvases though, because of the money. Because if I get a canvas, it's pretty much going to be like a centerpiece or like a standout piece.
Yeah.
But I would, if you could, I would go the canvas on this one. I think it'd be perfect. But I think the prints would be nice too.
Same. Cypher, this is actually just a canvas and an art print coming out. You can get either one. It will be out soon, but I thought it would pair well with a lot of different statues. It's going to be on Sideshow, so make sure you take a look at that and make sure you enter for a chance to win one for free, which is even better. So just really keep that in mind. We'll talk more about this, but man, I never really thought about bringing an artist to kind of talk a little bit about some of their work. I think that'd be a great idea that we do that in the future. That just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I think we should do that actually. That would be really good. Great print. Whoever decides to pick that up, please post it on Godlike Statues. I really would want to see that. That's going to look amazing.
I think Marco should get it though.
I think, well, we may be doing some buying in a minute if we can get we got live pre-orders tonight. We have a giveaway tonight. We have a pretty cool show lined up. But I saw this today, and I think this is setup of the week. I always look for a setup of the week to launch. I can't say I have one every week because some weeks are just like, okay, well, that looks good, or and that looks good. But I saw this by Poe, and he had this. Oh, well, that didn't work out. Let me bring this up here real quick. I know Marco saw this today because I think he commented on it.
I thought Marco's got a print in today.
He did.
Oh, yeah. You guys want me to show it off? I could.
Yeah.
This setup is awesome.
This is from Poe, and my God, man. You got XM White Knight, you got Predator, he's got two of the big chaps over there. He's got Maestro, Superman versus Doomsday. He's got Thor. I mean, he's got some great pieces in here in his collection.
I love that.
I love those XM Transformers. I always wanted that Optimus Prime, the one in the bottom right corner there.
Yeah,
I think it's so cool.
I've always wanted that Soundwave too. I almost bought it like 3 different times, but I didn't buy it.
The Prime one, Goku and Vegeta are like really good pieces too. They're probably the best Dragon Ball Z ones, I think, or at least of those two characters for sure.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Lord of the Rings in there too.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much variety here, and this is what I was talking about last week. Is that how do you put DC with Marvel? How do you align Predator with Superman? How do you align some of this stuff to look accurate, to look like it makes sense? Here's a great example. I think all this looks great. If you have any doubt, look behind Alan Kiefer, and I think that'll solidify some of your decisions and what you want to do, because everybody has different eye, and when you set this up, it looks fantastic. I think I'm going to ask Poe, man, hey, would you do a room tour? Because this would be really great. I mean, look
that
at
Superman versus Doomsday looks photoshopped of how big it is.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's huge.
Yeah, look at that piece, man. He's got some great ones in here. I mean, he really does. You know how big? Look at this Predator, how huge it is. It's big. Well, Maestro's down on the lower, to kind of balance things out a little bit. But man, I love that Superman versus Doomsday. I love it. Who else loves that piece besides me?
I do. I've gotten close to buying it. Because I want a 1/3 Superman. I wish they, I don't know, did like a 1/3 solo Fabbox Superman. That'd be really cool. But this dial is amazing too. So, but yeah, I don't know.
I almost bought that multiple times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
I'm the same with you. I love it. I have no room for it, but I wish I could get it.
It takes up a whole freaking garage shelf. That's crazy.
Yep.
You ever wonder how big Predator is? Look at Maestro next to him. I mean, I know he's lower, but my God, I mean, Predator's a big boy. Because if you look at Maestro next to somebody, when you look, I mean, it's just a massive, massive statue. And it looks pretty small here. It looks like a 1/4 scale. It looks pretty small. Now, Alan, you have the big chap, don't you?
Yes.
And is it size comparable to the Jungle Hunter? Because it looks pretty big in this picture.
It's pretty big, but it's not as tall as Jungle Hunter.
Okay.
Jungle Hunter is way taller.
Okay, man. Look at this shot right here, man.
I love that Sentinel.
Wow. I mean, man, you got the surfboard there from Silver Surfer on the back of it. This is such a great piece, and I think most groups, most channels voted Maestro as Statue of the Year, and there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons for that. But
it reminds me of my Deadpool throwing piece I have with all like the characters, like dead characters, I guess you can say, but way better. Obviously, like way more detailed. Everything.
Go back one. Look how epic that Lord of the Rings piece is, man.
I know. That.
Look at that. That is so amazing.
That's like a 1/10, I believe, too. That's how big it is, though.
And I don't even think it's lit. It just looks so
good. Yeah.
And Alan, Freddie, I know you're a movie collector, and seeing this, does this make you want some Lord of the Rings?
It does. I actually, because Poe, man, shout out to him because he's been sharing his collection in the community and his journey. Because this office that you see now, he actually just moved all of this stuff into this room now, which is another room because it's bigger and more space, what have you. And I think it only took him 2 weeks or less because the amount of stuff, you see all that stuff he has in his office. He literally did that, like I said, in 2 weeks or less. But it was a very short amount of time, and he actually took his Transformers that you see there. He actually took them apart, like piece by piece. And there was one picture where he had it laid out like on the floor. You saw like hundreds of pieces. So he took it apart and brought it to the new space. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, that would have took me a whole month to accomplish moving all those pieces into a new space. So I just wanted to shout out to Poe, man, because I think you're incredible and your collection's incredible, man.
The cool thing about his collection, man, is that every IP he has, he probably has the best piece of that IP. Like Jungle Hunter, best piece. Big Chat, best piece. Batman on what's called White Knight, best piece in that. Like he has some of the best pieces of those IPs, man. Good eye for what's good and what's not. So
I agree. Hey Ross, thanks for the kind words, man. I appreciate it. And here's some great advice from Aiden. Okay? And this is from one of the goats of the community. Here we go. Buy what you love. Buy what you love. And you know what? I have to say, it's like it's true. Like, I mean, I have like a mind of no, I gotta have this together, but in all reality, you really don't. You don't have to go. You just get what you really love and just make it work. It's hard to deny. Like Freddie's like one shelf behind him. I mean, all that looks. It's one shelf, man. It's 4 pieces. Fantastic. It's
Thank
fantastic.
you. And that wasn't planned, by the way.
It wasn't planned. He just got them.
It wasn't planned. But even backstage, I was like, should I put it here? I'm like, I don't know. I never planned it like Jimmy. Nothing was laid out. I was like, I think it should go here.
Man, I'm using mathematical equations. I'm photoshopping. I'm making pictures. I'm doing all sorts of stuff to make sure it looks right before I buy something. And you kind of like just went through and like, hey, you know what? I think it looks great. And it landed like center, man. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, Alan, I'm trying to say I don't need this alien piece next to Predator. I really am. I don't need to say, you know what, I'm going to collect Predators instead versus it being this alien piece. But can you imagine if Prime One says, "Hey, we're going to do more aliens, and they're gonna actually match the scale of the Predator now."
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. I don't even want to think about having to go through the process of upgrading everything now.
Man, it would look amazing to have a dio of Ripley and one of like the aliens together. I think that would be a showstopper.
I would love to see Ripley and Newt in a 1/3 scale.
That would be cool.
That would be one of my dream pieces.
What do you think if they did something to the effect of Newt in the water and an alien coming behind her in like a dio?
Oh, epic.
I would have to buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
How much smaller is the big chap versus the Predator?
I think maybe 4 inches, maybe just from looking at it.
Bad.
It's big.
Yeah.
The wall for Big Chap is 3 feet, and then the top of Big Chap's head is like 35 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So 34, 35 inches, and Predator's what, like 40 inches tall?
40 or 39, yeah. So that's pretty. I looked up the heights. Predator is actually 7'8", and Big Chap is 7'2". So it actually matches up pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Jimmy, I'll sell you my Big Chap.
Oh man, look at you! Look at this enabler here. Look at this enabler here.
Yeah, no, he's the worst. Next out.
Hey, that guy's the worst. Man. That guy's the worst.
And Freddy too. Freddy's awful too.
Well, it's we got to go by what we love, man.
I know.
This is
If you do look for that Big Chap, try to get the one with the wall.
Yeah,
big difference.
Definitely better.
Yeah, man, look at Maestro, man. This is a big. Oh my God, look at this! Wow, look how much bigger Predator is. Holy hell! Like he's a big boy, man.
Yeah,
he's just
big.
wide.
That's what he is. He's big.
Yeah, and wait till you see the detail in that base. I mean, I'm telling you, after you get your first Predator, you're going to go bonkers and you're going to want the rest of them.
The water effect is great on it.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Look at that Superman, man.
Oh man, this is fantastic, man. I don't need this stuff. I don't.
Noah, let's open a wallet. Let's buy Superman right now.
Yeah, I've got a couple concerns based on some recent posts.
Yeah,
but
no.
Otherwise, yeah, it is a cool one though. Yeah, I was this close to buying it about 6 months ago.
Same.
Okay, look at Big Chap 1/3, and then look at Predator next to him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a big boy.
He is huge, man.
He's
like
a half scale.
Borderline, and look at there's a dog alien too.
He has Brawley Sume too. Awesome piece.
I'm still looking for that dog alien. I haven't found one at a price I'm comfortable with yet.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I've been looking for it.
It'll be nice to set up with your Ripley.
Yeah, it'd be really good with Ripley.
Look at this, man. Wow, this Superman this stands out to me.
Yeah, it does.
So great. It's so great. I don't need that, man. I don't need that. Oh, there you go, Noah.
It does though.
I know, dude. That thing looks so good. I love that.
Love the gun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's a great piece. It's
right
Prime 1. You said, Noah?
That's XM.
Oh, XM. Nice.
Okay,
yeah, a lot of
so many
one
pieces.
Of older ones.
Yeah,
I almost got that Nemesis Prime a while ago too. That one's good.
I really love museum pose styles. To me, this is museum pose with his hand out like this and like making like a, kind of like a claw type. I really love the way that looks. And he has got some fantastic pieces. I mean, I think that's undeniable now. I mean, look at this stuff all together. It looks great.
Is he in America?
I don't know. I'll talk to him because I'd like for him to come on and just kind of share his. Wow, this is cool.
I would say him and Jacob would have had a run at it, with the award.
Yeah. Well, I have to agree. I have to agree because, wow, look at this, man.
So you made Broadway and
I love that Zorro.
You like it?
I almost bought that Zorro with Hawkins.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This looks great.
But that Brawley to the right is like like people think it's like a grail for the Brawly. Like they think that's the best piece. I would have to say probably so too, but
he's got a really nice, well-rounded collection.
He does. He does. So Ross had a question. He says, "Hi team, I have the LBS Superman on order, and I'm thinking of the LBS Batman. Looks good together. May I have your thoughts?" And I the LBS Batman is so good. I really do. I really like it a lot. I do. I think they'll pair well together. I think especially if you plan on getting more of the line, those bases, I feel like they all match, right? Kind of like the Prime 1 bases kind of match together. So if you had a line of them, or even 2 or 3 of them, I think that would look great together. My favorite Batman is still Detective 1000, pretty easily, but I can't deny that the LBS Batman looks fantastic. It does. Yeah. If I had to choose between those, I would go with the Detective, but that's just me. Marcos, what do you think?
I think if you're getting that line, go for the line. I think, like Jimmy kind of was saying, like all those LBS pieces are going to look really good together. I don't know how good they will look. Like if you have an LBS Superman and then Detective 1000, I don't know how they're. Yeah. It still probably look good, but I just think it'll look a lot better because, like you said, the bases, they all have that circular base with the storytelling elements on the base, which is awesome. I think so far the best one they've shown is the Wonder Woman out of that line. I love that one, dude. I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan, but that piece is awesome. So,
Ross, send me a message on Facebook, and I can Photoshop some stuff for you if you'd like me to get it before you make a decision. So that always helps me, and it may help you. Okay, so send me a message. I can try and do it for you.
You're not going wrong with it, though. So if you do get it, you're not going to go wrong.
Yeah, I think those two pair well with each other. Because I was actually looking at those two because I want a Superman and a Batman comic in my collection. Yeah, and like I said, I'm a 1/6 collector at heart, so I love seeing statues with swap outs. I like to swap out the sculpts, hands, the arms, the cape, this, that. And the fact that you can have similar sculpts right next to each other. And as well as if you see the cape, you could actually, the way their capes are swaying, you could actually put them next to each other. You got one swaying to the left, one swaying to the right. Yeah. And you could even angle them at each other. And the fact that the bases are round, which means you're not going to have OCD, which is like when I did with my J&D, when I angled it, somebody was like, I couldn't angle it like that because it's square. It needs to be straight. But because it's a circle base, you can position it like anywhere you want and angle it, which is what I love. So I think you should get both if you could swing it. I think you don't need to collect the line for me because it's Batman, Superman, Batman v Superman, Batman plus Superman. These two are like a dynamic duo, man. You know?
Yeah. I mean, those two pieces together are just amazing. They are. There's been a few times where I've considered that. I have in the back of my mind now, man, can I make that work? Can I put it over here? Could I add that? I mean, I'm trying to stop. The more I think about it, the more I want that Doomsday vs. Superman in my collection. But I'm trying to stay away. I got a plan. I'm trying to stick with it. So, Noah, what do you think about Ross's question? Do you think they pair well?
Yeah, well, I got two things. One for Ross. Would you go blue or black Batman? And then number two would be to just if you're going to do that, just get the LBS Wonder Woman once it comes out, and then you'll be all set.
Yeah.
Trinity.
And the Lantern, and the Aquaman, and the Flash, and the Manhunter. You got it all, man.
Yeah.
The words of wisdom.
At least the Trinity, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Alan, what do you think about Ross's question?
I really like the super. I like all of what I've seen so far from that company. My preference, if I had to pick between the Superman and the Batman, I would go with the Batman. There's something about that piece that draws me in a little bit more. I think they would look great together. And I agree with the rest of the panel. I think if you're going to get those two, go ahead and get the Wonder Woman, put her in between the two, and that's all I would need from that line.
I think so too. And Ross, to be honest, when you get these two characters, and if you're into DC, you're going to see some great pieces coming out from LBS soon. A new Joker, a new Doomsday, and they're going to be doing some just amazing pieces in the future. So I think they would pair well together, and I think you're making the right choice. I know what I love, but that doesn't mean it's right or wrong. So you need to go with what you love. And I think that if you pair them together, I think they'll look fantastic, my man. So that's a good pickup if you do end up getting that. So congrats on that. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what LBS does in the future. I think there was a few more picks on here too. I'm going to go through them real quick. We go to the next topic here. Oh man, look at these together, man. It looks and you know what? You can't tell from this picture, but these pieces are big. These pieces are not small. I mean, they're pretty big. So wow, look at that.
I like how he did that. That's nice.
I mean,
it's not supposed to go. It's really good. The Sume piece. It's awesome.
Wow. I mean,
with that Dragon Ball, the Z one, the Dragon Ball one, that one, like you could fit like multiple. You could swap it out because it's like bust.
Yeah,
for the base. I think that's pretty cool.
This is a great little dial right here, man. I love Magneto. It's really hard for me to get over the LL Magneto, but this one is really great. I really love the pose, and the paint job on this has always been really good. Now, this takes a lot of real estate up, man, for the side, like kind of like magnetic electricity, whatever it is. So but it looks great. It looks great. And there you go, right in front, Mr. Kiefer.
Man, piece.
Man, it looks great. I've owned this XM Hulk transformation, and it's amazing in person. And you can't tell from this picture, but this base right here is enormous. It's huge. So, man,
I love when I see people angle that with Bruce in front. I mean, you can put it any way, like that looks fine, but it's like when he's in front, you see I like that. Yeah.
Before the LBS piece came out, the 1/3, I thought this was the best Hulk. But LBS, yeah, definitely take it over that.
Hulk. Can you imagine if LBS would have did something like this with Banner next to it like that? I mean, it would have been even more amazing.
That would be huge.
You know, hey, it's not too late. They can make a proximity piece to go with it.
True.
And guess what? Everybody would buy it.
Yeah.
Check that out, Freddie.
Such an epic piece, man.
Yeah, it makes a statement, right? It does. Man, that Predator's big, bro. But Jesus. Oh, it's on the way, guys. I'm about to come up soon. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, Paul, I'm going to reach out to him and see if he's willing to do a room tour. I think that'll be great, to be honest with you. And I'm really digging that. They did show this today from Sideshow, and look, especially if you're if you want that Dio and you don't have the room, here's another great option for you. If I ever bring this up here real quick, I don't know why it's not. Add that sucker. Here we go. Yeah. So this is I think 1/10, I believe. Yep, 1/10 Doomsday versus Superman. And if you're collecting on a budget, and not to mention you don't have a whole lot of room, this could be another great option for you. And this is limited, but I'm not sure what the ES on this is. It actually comes out this year too, March or May. So I don't know why this bottom arm bothers me. This like muscle right here looks like arm flab for some reason. I don't know if it's just me, but that kind of bothers me a little bit. But overall, it's a great piece. I think it's really good. The portraits are nice too. It's not terrible, but could it be better? I think so. Doomsday looks great. Doomsday looks great. Now, if you're wondering, oh, this looks really small. Well, really, does it? Let's take a look. It's pretty big and next to somebody. It's not tiny, especially if you have this on a desk. Like Noah has pieces on his desk. This will be a great piece for that. So, Marcos, if you had to go with this or the Prime One, which one would you get?
Prime One.
Yeah.
I think Iron Studios, man, if you're a 110 collector, they come up with a lot of cool stuff, though. You know,
they do.
And it's a relatively cheaper price usually compared to the statues. But I don't know. I'm getting tired of Superman versus Doomsday. You know, he does have other villains.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to see?
Name one.
Brainiac. There you go. Like, that's the easy one. It's like one of his biggest ones.
Yeah. What about Lex Luthor?
That'd be cool. Luthor, something like. But that'll be hard. You have to put Luthor in obviously the kryptonite suit.
That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, this is a great little dial, man. I think for someone collecting on a budget, I think it'd be great. Is it for me? No. What I would prefer is the Prime 1 version, but of the dial. But Noah, would you put this on your desk?
That might be a little bit bigger than I normally have, but I think it's a great option for people to have, though. I do like it. So I think I love dioramas, and so it's nice to see something look that good in just 1/10 scale. So I think it's nice.
Yeah, I think it's nice too. I think it's again, someone that's collecting on maybe on a budget, or also if you don't have a whole lot of room, this would be another great option here. Freddie, what do you think, man?
I think I love Doomsday, and I can't get enough of him.
Yeah,
I love Doomsday. First of all, he's the only one that killed him, right? Not going to ruin anything, but you don't know the story by now. I'm not, but almost anything with Doomsday, I'll like gravitate towards. I like the I like Iron Studios because they're at like a price point that, you know, if you do statues, they're at a generally a reasonable, I say loosely affordable price. I mean, but if you collect statues, at affordable price. And Iron Studios, they do like a lot of discounts on their site seasonally.
Yeah.
And other sites, so you get like 20% off, 30, 40% I've seen, things like that.
Yeah.
And they don't take up a lot of real estate. So if you're looking for a Doomsday piece that's not like 1/3, like tile, it takes up like a whole table.
Yeah.
You know, something like this, I think would be, you know, great to say, hey, I have, you know, a Superman Doomsday, you know, diorama. You know,
yeah. I think it looks great, man. I think that if you're if you don't have a lot of space, this is a great option. Alan, do you like this, or would you hold off for Prime 1 version?
I like it a lot, and I think for collectors that, you know, they can't afford that Prime 1, or they don't have room for it, getting an entire line of 1/10 scale pieces is a good option. There's a company's making some beautiful pieces. For me, you know, I would hold out for the Prime 1. Absolutely.
Yeah, same.
That's just my preference. For me, it's bigger, go home. You know, I just.
Yeah, we could tell, Alan. We know.
Hey, well, you know,
impact on those third scales, you just can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, Predator is a great example of that. So it's, I mean, but Alan is building. I mean, if the community doesn't know, Alan is building an avatar display that is going to blow people's minds. So I cannot wait to see this set up. And he's got some great pieces coming in, and he does like bigger pieces. So you have great taste, my friend. I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be great. So great piece. It's not for me. This is one I'm going to pass on, but I give it to Iron Studios. They're doing a good job trying to get make statues that are smaller, and then also for people that are on a budget, which is great. I really like it. So we do have a giveaway, and let's do one more piece, and then we'll do the giveaway. We have something we're going to give. We have a $10 PSN card and I only have a couple of those left from PlayStation, and then we're going to go to. We'll probably have to do maybe 2 drawings or something to figure this out, because they're a lot larger amount. But I've got so many different ones that I've been given and we've been blessed with. So we'll definitely give out all the ones we have left. And talking with John Moore, we've got more stuff coming. So we'll just do it every week. We'll do it as long as we have it. So it's going to be great for everybody to have a chance to get that. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's do one more, and we won't go to that because that's going to take a while talking about this piece. But let me go here real quick. Yeah, this is a good one. Let me show my screen here real quick. And Alan, I thought about you when I saw this.
Uh-oh.
It's not bad, man. It's great. It's great. Let me see here. Just so everyone knows, we're on live on Instagram as well now. So let me bring this up here real quick. And there we go. Prime One did an update this week on their T-Rex line, and dude, you talk about big, man. This piece looks huge. I mean, it really does. And I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, there's Queen, right? This is a Jurassic Park piece." No, this is Prime One. So, this is a really big. It looks huge to me. What do you guys think of this, Alan? What do you think?
I love it, but I cannot go down another rabbit hole like collecting dinosaurs.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I'd be ruined.
Yeah.
I'd be living in XM and Sideshow boxes instead of a house.
Yeah. Oh man, I hear you. This is a great one. Marcos, do you like this line, or is this not for you?
I'm just not a big. It's Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm just not like. I didn't really. I watched them when I was little. It didn't really click with me. I was a little too young, I guess. They're good pieces though, and I remember Chasen back on the old show used to say every company's scaling so off, so it's tough to collect it, because you you can't get. My bad, if that's my phone. You can't get other companies to go with other companies, so that's an issue. But it still looks great though. I just for me, it's not my thing, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is one that I didn't really connect with any of the movies, but you can't deny the presence of this piece when you see it. Freddie, it's a movie piece, man. What do you think?
Well, wait, first, Marcos, you don't like the Jurassic World franchise at all?
The Jurassic World, definitely not. Jurassic Park's better. What's up, Cat?
What up,
the older movies are better in my opinion. But put it like this, I was 10 years old, I think, when the third one came out, and I watched that in theaters. That was the first one I saw in theaters. So I was just too young, to really grow up with this.
They have a lot of callbacks to the original, which I like. So I love dinosaurs, and have any of you been to a dinosaur museum at all?
Yeah.
I know Marcos hasn't, because the stuff he's saying, I'm like, there's no way. Because into a dinosaur museum, the whole mindset would change, man.
Look who's here. Yeah.
I think he knows when it's happening.
He knows it's on deck. It's coming next. He already knows he's here. He's here. The boat has arrived. But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. So I don't think Mark has ever been to a dinosaur museum. Because that would I think would change your whole mindset. Just but this, first of all, I would never do. What I actually do want, because I love Jurassic World franchise, but my kids love it because their mom is a huge fan. She can quote stuff from the movie, and we even took a whole vacation or something like that, and we had watched all of the movies. My kids really love the Jurassic World, and they love the Blue character. So I do want to get a 1/10 scale. I forgot what company did it, but they did Blue and his brothers or sisters or what have you. All three of them. So, so I do want to get that for the collection.
Might have been.
I think so.
I don't think it was XM or Queen or anything. I think it was Prime One.
Yeah, that's the piece I would get, those three, because it's not that much money. It's small, and because they're I think they're raptors, right? Whatever creatures they are.
Yeah. Who did that? I can't remember. Go ahead.
But that's the one probably the only one I would get, just because it ties in me and my family, as far as we can look at that all together. Hey, we love dinosaurs. They love Jurassic World. They love the Blue character because he was very essential throughout the whole thing. That would be the only thing I would get, and I don't have to worry about scale with it either, because the Raptors, they started small, got big. It's hey, this is fine. So I would go that size for the Raptors. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything else, man, because there's a whole other beast and animal.
Do you like that rotunda scene? The T-Rex in the rotunda with the raptor jumping on him, and
Nice. So you're trying to set me up. You're gonna point me to a statue that has.
I'm wondering if you've seen it, not if you like it.
No, I love it. I love that scene. I love that scene. Yeah, it was a great scene. I loved it. Which is part of why my kids like it, because he was kind of like the underdog. Like you didn't see Blue, doing what he did and like standing up and helping out and things like that. So like I love that part, and eventually I'm gonna get that set some way or another.
Mr. Martinez always has great ideas. One Test Come Out, Characters Part 1, T-Rex, something like that. Yeah, that would look really good, man. That would. Yeah, I mean that would be amazing. I really like this piece. I think it's really cool. Is it for me? No, I don't collect any dinosaur pieces or whatnot. But people that do, looks like you're gonna be very happy. Someone did a Jurassic Park Blue the statue was big. I'm not sure who did it.
Queen, I believe it was a life size.
Queen, okay.
Infinity or Queen, one of the two. They did like a life size Blue, I think.
Bro, it was
life
amazing.
Size.
Yeah, because it's not that big though. Like for a life size for a dinosaur, it's like at the hip, it's like at the shoulders a hip kind of, in that range. But it's life size, I think.
Yeah, but you remember he started small and then eventually got bigger. So like that's what I said. So the scaling, you don't have to worry too much because he grew.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, man, this is a great piece. It's not one that I would get, but I really like it. Okay, so we have a PSN giveaway tonight, courtesy of PlayStation. John, again, thank you very much. Let me just go over the rules real quick, okay? So you have to be a member of Godlike Statues. Also, be a member to our YouTube channel. And I would only ask that no one please give this away or try and resell it. Resell this because it would get me in a lot of hot water, and every giveaway we would do will be discarded. We won't be able to do that anymore. So just be aware of it. If you can't use it, don't enter. Okay. So, but good luck to everybody. If you're wanting to go into the drawing, please enter in the chat Godlike, and you will be entered to win a PSN $10 gift card tonight. And we'll be giving away multiple. We have, I think, 2 more PSN. We have something from Nintendo coming up, and then we also have bigger giveaways for Sony coming up as well. And then Noah, you have something to give away too. Can you kind of elaborate one more time what that is?
Yeah, it's the Batman the Animated Series 1/10 scale from Iron Studios. So,
yeah, that's going to be great. But what are the rules for that? I'm sorry.
Well, number one, we're just going to hit 250 subscribers. We'll give it away on the next stream after that happens. So, the similar format. So,
yeah, we're on the road. I feel like we get 3 or 4 subscribers, every week. And maybe that's being generous, but we do get that. So thank you, everybody, for following and subscribing. This is courtesy of Noah. So thanks again, Noah.
Thank you.
Please write Godlike in the chat, and you'll be entered to win. And good luck, everybody.
I like how Gamoya comes in right before the every time, man. I swear he sniffs a giveaway.
He is the GOAT, and he kind of sees that, and he smells it. He's like, I know what I need to do. He got a little timer on his watch. Oh yeah, guys, I gotta go. And he's right there. The man comes in right before we launch. So.
Literally, Jimmy said one more picture before we go to the drawing, and Gamoya out of nowhere. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Boy, I need to see your Godlike in there, man. I know you're entering today. Unless you're going to get it to Alan and Freddie. You're going to give it to them. Make sure everybody's signed in for that. Anyone say, look at this guy.
I got to give it to him. He's going to go in.
All right, there's Noah's going to enter too. That's fine. Anybody can enter this. So this is going to be courtesy of John from PlayStation. John, thanks for everything, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your friendship, your emails, and also doing something that just to be courteous to our viewers and stuff. So I really appreciate that. Godlike power activated, so he's entered in there as well. It looks like we got everything going. Marcus, how do we have 4 or 5? What do we have?
4. We have Alan, Freddie, Gamoya, and Noah.
Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, okay, that's all right.
Yeah, give it a couple more minutes.
Yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll. I'll get the meat and potato topic coming up here because there was a little bit of controversy today, and it all started with my drama. So I'll get this set up here. Let's see. Yeah, we are. You're alive. Okay. Yep. And man, oh, Lane is on there too. Make sure you have Lane.
Got it.
Oh, I do want to say, Marcos, because I was thinking about it when you brought up Brainiac with Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope that James Gunn, whatever he's doing, that he can act that just like how Marvel, when they had the Avengers, they used Thanos. I'm hoping that they use Brainiac as that, because I know he talked about to incorporating Supergirl and basing that off of one of the comic stories going on right now, which is pretty good, and basically touch on that too in terms of like what Brainiac did with the home planet, taking up, their capital and weaving it into like if they could like put Brainiac as the big bad, man, I think that would be amazing, man. He's a great villain. He's like that fusion of Ultron mixed with a whole bunch of different things, man. And like I think that would be incredible. So I'm actually hoping that James Gunn like can weave a big bad in there and follow through.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think Brainiac would be a great villain for the at least like he's like in the background of the first Superman movie, and then like he's in his backstory, like back at Krypton, obviously, and then like Superman like comes to Earth, and he's still like messing with Superman when he grows up, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and definitely like he has that through line like villain progression throughout all the movies.
And he has and the roots go like so far back to old Krypton, and then he's out there like collecting like cities like of different planets and stuff like that, and then he just finally comes to Earth and like tries to wreck everything, with the imminent danger. I'm like, that will be so great. And then eventually, when James Gunn has the Avengers together, you got Kara, which that emotional tie-in as well with that, and then fighting. I was like, if he can do something like that, that would be incredible.
That'd be cool. I'm excited to see what he does because anything's better than the Snyderverse, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
I love that he has a plan, and that
that is
trying
true.
to like weave together the stuff, and he's actually building it. The Green Lantern Corps,
the Bat family, like they're gonna be like Damian's gonna be the Robin, so definitely Nightwing's gonna be in there, and then Red Hood probably, and all the other ones before, So that's the cool thing, I think, is that all the Bat family is gonna be there. Mm-hmm. How he's gonna incorporate them, we'll see.
Okay, so one last chance. If you're interested in the giveaway, type in Godlike in the chat, and we will get started. We'll give it about a minute more, and we'll be doing this giveaway here. Man, congratulations to the winner already. I see you already named the the giveaway called Gamoya's Prize. I see that up there. So
I did it last time. It didn't work though last time, so we'll see. Maybe this is Gamoya's curse right here. Is the Gamoya Prize? So we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, hey Jimmy, you mind if I share something real quick before we do the spin?
Yeah, go ahead and share it real quick.
All right.
We'll come back to that real quick. So. Let me see here real quick. There we go.
So I figured I'd just mention this real quick. Big Bad Toy Store is having another sale. So they've got a lot of stuff, a lot of Prime 1 stuff, 15% off, like that Superman vs. Doomsday Deluxe they have for $2,000 compared to $24. I think it was $24.50.
Noah, you do this to me. Noah, you're. I see what you're doing here. Go ahead.
I'm doing my weekly enabling here. Yeah, and they got the J&D Batman for $2,300 shipped, and then Evangelion from Prime 1. They got the Wonder Woman versus Hydra exclusive, 15% off. Got a lot of stuff. So yeah, hop over and take a look at it. So Batman Hush, $1,100.
I don't.
A lot of good stuff. So
I don't need it. I want that.
I got him. I saw it. No one told me, Mel. That's not my fault.
It's my fault, Melvin. It's my fault. Okay. And Noah, thanks for the heads
No.
up on that, man. Those are some great deals. I'm gonna go look at that actually in a minute.
Yeah, me too. Where do you go on Big Bad Toy Store? Do they have like a link that goes like all sales or what?
Can you put that in the chat?
Yeah, you know what? Let me give me just 1 second here. Let me pull this up again real quick just so you can see how I do it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Let me know when you're back up there.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. So
Let me see.
you go to you go to Big Bad Toy Store, you go to their homepage here.
Okay.
What I do is I just basically click on the search button that brings up all of their inventory.
Okay.
And then I'll go to sort by, go to high to low. And then there's that $14,000 Square Enix piece.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you scroll down to the kind of bottom left here, hit hide pre-order, hit hide sold out. So then you have nothing but in stock. And then there you go. You have everything.
Okay.
So then it'll show what's on sale.
I just saw a Demon Slayer piece with my homegirl in a box, life size. I didn't know that existed.
Me too. Wait, go to that.
That is nuts.
What the heck?
Wow.
Oh
As a fan of the anime, that's amazing.
So
no.
I think this is life size, but I'm not sure because it says that she's only 15 3/4 inches tall and the box is only 25 inches tall.
Huh.
She is smaller though. Like
that's really size. But see, the thing is that Furyu, whatever that company, however you pronounce it, they're just known for having insanely high prices and really good quality stuff. But they've done some other anime life size busts and things that were just like $7,000 or more. Yeah, like this, like Overlord 1-to-1 bust, $6,400.
Wow,
great.
Yeah, but they do some bizarre stuff. Yeah,
you might use car for that.
I thought it was life size. I was about to give them all the props. It's just like
1/4 complete statue. Okay,
but actually, I think the other quick link too from the homepage is right here. It just says clearance up to 90% off.
That's what
Click
I need.
that, and then just do high to low. There you go.
I'm gonna look at that here actually in a minute because I really want that to look at a few. Well, there's a man. I gotta stay away. I can't do that. All right, here we go. All right, go ahead and launch it, Marcos.
All right.
Good luck, everybody. Thank you for entering. There will be another next week. Courtesy of Nintendo. What? Nintendo's coming. Miracles do happen. Miracles do happen. So here we go.
Moya, no way. No way. Oh my gosh, this guy is crazy.
And the GOAT returns to his throne as the king of giveaway. This man is literally unstoppable when it comes to these.
I'm taking him. He's going to Vegas with me.
Yeah,
exactly.
I will drive up there and meet you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Whatever Moya says, you're gonna win 75% of the time.
This man here is just.
Melvin says I'm out.
Melvin's like, you know what, man, I'm done with this.
As a New York fan who loves football, a New York Jets fan, and I remember Tom Brady would beat up on us all the time, right? And then I was like, and my wife, she's a Patriots fan, so when he left finally, like New England Patriots, me as a Jets fan, I was so happy. I'm like, yes, we have a chance to win now. Then he goes to Tampa Bay Buccaneers thinking he was done. I'm like, no way. Tom Brady's going to win another championship. And then out of nowhere, Tom Brady wins a seventh ring with the Buccaneers. That's what Gamora reminds me of. It's like, oh, man, I thought his reign was done after I won. Nope.
Yeah. Gamora comes in and just, man,
he's inevitable.
You know what?
He's inevitable.
I'll let you win one, but I'll come right back and show you who's boss. And he sure did. Okay, so this man, Gamoya, sent me a message on Facebook Messenger. I will be happy to give that to you, man. Congratulations. Thanks for coming. And I don't know how you do it, my friend, but you always come out ahead. So congratulations with that. All right. So let's get into the controversy for today. I don't like to use that term.
We just did, man. Gamoya winning again.
Let's go ahead and
I'm playing.
Let's bring this up.
It's great.
And this is something that I think it was like 3 a.m. last night. I couldn't sleep. So I did this. I could not sleep. So I did this. I don't know why this isn't sharing automatically. Okay, here we go. I built this last night when I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about it the next day. I mean, first of all, how can you deny how amazing these look all together, right? And they look fantastic, all of them. This is a pretty expensive shelf, but I think that all three together just look amazing. I really love them all. And we had a new piece come up for pre-order this week too. Let me bring this up here real quick. And man, seeing them all together like this with that background looks just so epic to me. I really love that. Let me bring this up because it was announced this week, and it is one of the newest POs from Prime One. And here we go. There we go. And there we go. So T-1000 went up for order this week, and I was very impressed to see this, of some of the switch outs and things they had with them. I really thought it looked great. I always have from day one. I did post on Prime One about the goggles here because I feel like they should have more like a mirror shine versus what they look like here. I think that'll be more movie accurate. I do like the overall look of this piece though, and just the likeness is the likeness is just on point to me. I'll give the likeness 9.5 out of 10. I think it looks great. The only thing they could do differently is rooted hair and silicone skin, I guess. But other than that, it just looks great. I really love it. And Mr. Kiefer, what do you think?
I like it. If I were to display it, I would have the hole in his head.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Looks like a zombie.
That is for me so iconic. But yeah, I like it. Am I going to get it? I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm on the fence with this one.
Yeah, I think that I really love this portrait. I think that the lineup is done really well. I think anybody that's a Terminator fan will most likely end up getting this. Speaking of that, Freddie, what do you think?
First of all, huge Terminator fan.
I know,
like top. At first I didn't like the portrait about a week or so ago when I saw it, and then looking at the piece again for like the 100th time before I go to bed every night when I look at pieces I want in my watch list, I was like, this ain't that bad. It's actually pretty good. And I do love first, if I got it, I'd get the bonus or premium, deluxe, whatever, because I'd want the swap outs to reenact the when he got shot up by my boy T-800. So I think this is an amazing piece. If I'm not like Alan, I can't do the bust and this whole line, since I already have the bust incoming, I don't think I'll be touching this line. I have to show some restraint.
Okay.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, because there's other stuff I want that's in that price range, and I may go that route, but that's another topic for another day. But if I was not doing the bust at all, like I would actually just like get everything from this line. Like, I mean, I wouldn't do 3 Arnolds because there's 3 versions. I'd probably go 1, maybe 2, because it's 2 different. It's like the shootout and the final battle. But that's if I was just me, because I love Terminator. If I was doing the line, I would do this. I would do the shootout Terminator. I would do the final battle. And I might have done the endoskeleton, but we'll touch on that. But I really this came out good, man.
Well, okay, and Noah, what do you think of the likeness on this? Do you like this piece at all, or what do you think?
I think it's a pretty good likeness. I'm so used to seeing the Pure Arts 1-to-1 bust that they did. So this looks a little bit off compared to that, but it still does look really good. Yeah, that's a cool statue. I like his expression.
I do too. Marcos, do you like this?
I watch these movies. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me too, actually.
I like the fact that the bullet holes in the chest you can put anywhere on the body.
Love that.
That's a cool thing. For me, I'm not the biggest Terminator fan. I do like the movies though. I think for me at least, this looks like him. Like I know who it is. You know, like I'll give you the portrait like a 9.2 for sure. At least the prototype. Out of all the three, I'd probably say this is maybe my favorite out of the three. I don't know, that Arnie's good too, like really good. The Endo I could care less for, you know, but the Arnie and this, the T-1000, man, they're good, great pieces if you want to go that line. I think you just need those two, honestly.
Marcos, out of 100%, what you give the portrait for this one?
And this,
yeah,
9.2 ish.
No, 100%, not out of 10. 100%. Give me 90%.
92, I guess. 92.
92%. So that's pretty good. 90% of the pup is good.
Yeah, I think it's good, at least on the proto. You never know, obviously, with in hand. For the proto, and Blitzway has done some good stuff lately. So, and they give you a shit ton of switch outs, man, which is awesome.
They do.
Like that Battinson one too, man. They give you like 6 switch outs. Like it's cool. That's a good thing. That's a plus above like, you know, other kind of 1/3 museum style pieces that are coming out with movies. They do give you a lot of switch outs. Like that Arnie has like, I think Alan, you got the big one, right? The Arnie with everything.
Yeah. Bonus version, but not the one with the rooted hair.
That's what I was about to ask you. You wouldn't do the. It seems like you would do the rooted.
Well, the thing is, you know, it's coming, so that's got the glass eyes.
Yeah.
Alan, do you it comes with the grenade launcher, right?
I love the grenade launcher, but it doesn't come with the version on.
That's my favorite thing out of that.
I didn't know that.
So I don't know. I may have to get that one just because of the grenade launcher, right?
Because the shootout has like all the weapons, man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, hell. But yeah, you know what? I mean, if I would get this piece, I would display it just like this, with the actual bullet holes in him on his chest, and the bust next to him with Arnold next to him with a grenade launcher. That's how I would display it. Because that reminds me of the movie scene of towards the end of when he used the piping to beat the crap out of him and everything. Thought it was great. That's the way I would display it. Am I getting it? We'll get to that because we're going to go to the next slide here in a minute.
Also, is this outfit sculpted or is it fabric? I don't know.
I think this is fabric. This is fabric.
I think the outfit looks great if it's fabric. So
yeah.
I'm not usually a mixed media person, so
yeah, I think it's mixed media, similar to what they did with Ripley.
Nice. It looks, and the Ripley looks great too. The mixed media on that. So like I said, this way, 2023, 2022, maybe 2021, they had some rough pieces, I would say, but they're coming back, man. Like, and I know before the pandemic, they were doing some really good stuff too. So good for them. I think they just got a little, pandemic, little rough spot, but I think they're coming out with some good stuff now again. So good for them.
It's hard to beat J&D. It's hard to beat Queen, silicone skin. It's hard to beat some of these companies, but I think Blitzway is in the fight. I think they're right.
I think what separates them is the pricing. So like that's a huge thing, and they come out with a bunch of switch outs. So like I said with that Battinson, at least for me, the J&D versus the Prime One, they're not far off in like quality. So like you're saving a bunch of money, and you're getting a piece as good as the J&D, like in my opinion. So that and it's cheaper, you get more. So it really just depends on what you want. Obviously, everybody has their own opinions. Art, like Freddie always says, it's always subjective. So
I agree. I mean, Noah is getting the Prime One Pattinson, and he has been very generous to doing a live unboxing with that coming up. So I'm really looking forward to that. That will probably make my decision for me because I am getting one or the other. I'm leaning towards the Prime One, but it's going to be great to see him unbox that and get that together. So, but after seeing Freddie's J&D pieces, my goodness, man, they're so great. It's very hard to deny.
Give into temptation,
and I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yeah, so we'll definitely go over that here in just a sec. But yeah. This looks great. I think it's a great piece. Let's see what we should do. Let me bring this next slide up here real quick and show everybody what I'm talking about. But this came because I asked today after somebody else had mentioned it. Shout out to Nick Mangold, really good friend of mine, that he brought this to my attention before I bought. So I asked Prime One today. I said, hey, is there a reason why? bring this up. Is there a reason why the endo from the Terminator line is only was it 10 point or 20 pounds? Actually, it was like 20, 21 pounds or something like that. And their response was, some parts are die cast, but not all. And I asked if the whole thing was die cast, and it's clearly not. It's not. So, I mean, let's just be real. This is a really expensive piece, and let's bring this up here real quick. Also, they said some parts are in. Johnny does work for Prime One, and I do want to bring this up here real quick. Let me get this one running for you because it is on. This is actually in my cart. I haven't mentioned it before, and it is cart. And there we go. It's in my cart right now, actually. So $1,700. So the shipping, let's give it another maybe $200-300, right? So we're paying about $2,000 for this piece, like all in after everything's said and done. So for $2,000. What would you want? Would you want it to be all polystone? Would you care if it's plastic? Do you want all die cast? This is what my goal was for this. I wanted this to be all die cast. I did. That was my goal when I saw this. When Prime One is known for doing some amazing pieces and not going and kind of cheaping out, towards the end. They would actually go the extra mile to make sure it looked great. And this is one of those pieces that I feel that it should be no different. In my personal opinion, this should be 100% die cast. And then the accessories like the weapons and things, that could be polystone or plastic. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that this is supposed to be the endo, right? You want this to be die cast, man. This is what my goal was, and this is what I wanted it to be. And right now it's not. So I'm hoping they do something to address that. Alan, I'll start with you, man. What is your thoughts on diecast? Do you care? Does this matter to you? Do you still want this, or what do you think?
If it's all plastic or polystone plastic with a couple little diecast pieces, I probably won't get it.
Yeah,
that just turns me off big time.
Yeah, I mean, this is $2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000.
No, if it's plastic and polystone, then based on what I'm looking at, that the price shouldn't be more than $1,300 or $1,400.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do agree with that. Noah, I know you've looked at this before. I mean, but do you feel the same, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think you should always get, what's best for your money. But I don't know. I forget. Was this originally advertised that it was going to be diecast, or was it just kind of an expectation?
No, this is an expectation, honestly.
Okay, I gotcha. Because I never, has Prime One ever done anything like that? Because I feel like a full diecast endo would be like something that, I could be wrong, maybe like Hollywood Collectibles or ECC or somebody like that would maybe do, like a more like movie prop type company would do. I don't know if I would ever see Prime One doing a full diecast, especially with like shipping weight and all that stuff. But I could see why that would be way more desirable than just polystone. But polystone is what I expected. But
yeah,
as long as it's solid.
Sideshow did a quarter scale, and it was mostly diecast.
I remember that.
And that was a long time ago, and they did that. Now, why Prime One can't do that?
Oh yeah, they're definitely capable. I think. Yeah.
I think I'm just thinking they're looking at their bottom line. They're thinking people will buy it for $1,700, and they can cheap out using, plastic or PVC or whatever they can get that chrome-like finish without using metal.
Yeah. I'm going to throw this out there and say this. If they change it and go mainly diecast, I will get all three. I will get the whole line.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't change it and they keep it like this, I'm not getting any of them because I need this piece, and I thought it would complement with the other two. I thought it would look great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build a small shelf, kind of like Freddie has back there, of just Terminator. I thought that would be great, but I can't get past that because, for one, this is $2,000. and I'm not spending $2,000 on a piece that weighs 20 pounds. I just can't do it. I just can't. Prime One, I hope you're listening, and I hope you just consider that. Not bashing the company. I'm just saying to consider that, please. That would be. Marcos, does this matter to you, or what do you think?
I think Aiden brought up a good point. I remember when it happened with that Godzilla piece, the big, it's non-scaled, obviously, but it's like a big Godzilla piece. So they didn't come out with the product materials until like it was about to be shipped, and it was like vinyl, like all vinyl, pretty much. So like that's a huge turnoff. Like if they're gonna do that, they should be upfront about it, obviously. And like Alan said, I know what they're doing. They probably have plans of doing like really high quality statue, and then they realize, well, this is gonna cost a lot of money. So they're like, let's cheap out. Let's keep the same price. Let's cheap out a little bit. Let's do plastic and whatever other materials we get for cheaper. It's not a good business strategy. It's good for the money, I guess, for them. Feature the product, but it's not good business practice that they hide that until the last second. Just think about it. Like, how long has this been on pre-order? A couple months, right?
A couple months, yeah, I agree.
Like people probably PO'd maybe day one or whatever. They didn't know that probably, so it sucks for them. But for me, I just don't care for this character in general. So like, I think it looks kind of skinny and thin, and you guys I don't know what die cast is. I thought it was plastic. I thought it was a higher quality plastic. Is that true, or is it metal?
Die
It's
cast
metal.
Okay.
It's like a metal. Yeah. I mean, Freddie just unboxed probably some of the most elaborate pieces I've seen in a long time. So he's got some expectations, man. That's just I'm just guessing right now. He blessed us with 2 unboxings back to back with some of the most amazing pieces I've seen in a long time, like I just said. But Freddie, when you see this, and you saw my message today, right? And we kind of talked about it in the group. I mean, what was your initial thought when you saw this?
Well, I was talking to one of my boys who also collects. And when I was talking to him, he laughed at me. He was like, yo, your Brooklyn slang came out. Because when I'm on these shows, I try to talk proper as I can. Because I go in like with my Brooklyn accent, my slang sometimes when I'm, with my crew and things like that. But man, they wilding right now. Because I'm telling you, as a fan of Terminator, and as somebody, I might not have been getting it, but people who are getting this are fans, one way or another. There is no way you are going to give us an endoskeleton and not have any die cast. Okay, they said some. 22 pounds of a piece.
A lot.
You're not giving us. You're giving us like trinkets, like a cogwheel of die cast. Come on. At least that's almost the equivalent of me getting J&D piece, right? Because we know what they're all about. They advertise realism and silicone. We know that's what they are.
Yeah.
And you give us and like say what, like an arm, a hand is just silicone. You know what I mean? It's like yeah. I'm like hold up, man. I thought you'd talk about real. Like we know what you're about, J&D. You know what I'm saying? And even now, like you said, Jimmy, I just unboxed the J&D Wonder Woman. Even that, it was like, hey, you know what? Because of who this character is, and I even when the J&D crew, they have their little chats and whatnot, and you chat in the community and they answer you and stuff like that. I've even asked a couple of questions in regards to Wonder Woman and the future of platinum editions and all that stuff, and he answered me back on at least 2 or 3 occasions. Whereas he said, I asked him, I said, hey, what's the next platinum line? And he said, he was like J&D, he was like, we don't have any plans for platinum as far as like, hey, this is platinum. He said, we made J&D Wonder Woman platinum because of the type of character and what she, has on. Whereas like this type of person, like from the face to the chest to the arm, she's exposed in a lot of areas where that called for a lot of silicone and made it platinum for us because that's what they're all about, right?
Right.
And in that vein, in that equivalent, right? This endoskeleton, I like the whole thing is endo. The least you can do because I get it. You may not want to go all die cast. The least you can do, first of all, is at least make the head sculpts die cast. Of all things, at least make that die cast. Because even Hot Toys have done it, where they gave us a Mark I Iron Man and said, hey, you know what? We'll make one of the helmets die cast, because I actually have that Hot Toys, right? Make that die cast at least, if anything, right? Hey, the deluxe, both of them, you're going to get both of them are die cast, minimum, right? What else you probably could have done too, if you didn't want to go all die cast? You could have said, hey, we got both arms, both legs. Those are die cast parts, right? The abs, I could get, hey, both arms, both legs, both heads. I don't think any of us would complain. That's my opinion, right? I don't think any of us would complain. The arms and legs die cast, the rest, whatever. That's fine. But to just have an endoskeleton and it weighed 22 pounds. First of all, most of us collectors, when we feel these statues, we want to feel weight. And I think it was almost everybody's expectations that this would be a heavy piece and it would be at least die cast. Because even people in this community now, right now on the show watching and when we were chatting, and when you asked the question, a lot of us were shocked. Like, wait, what? I think that went over our heads, man. So
100%.
As I don't know, like what Alan's gonna do 100% or you, but for me, if I was getting it, I'm not getting it anymore. That's my opinion. I'm like, it's for that price point. That's the thing. You want us to spend about $2,000. This is including shipping. $2,000 for a piece? That's not die cast. I'm heated. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I'm going to spend $2,000 for a piece that's not die cast. So I could buy a statue that's polystone. It's probably gonna weigh. I'm saying 1/3. That's like 10 times as heavy as 22 pounds. Are you kidding me?
So you know what's crazy?
I was upset.
That the products it says is polystone, like it says die cast and plastic, right? That's like what they're saying. Sure. So think about it. The base is definitely the polystone part.
Yes.
That's easily 12 to 15 pounds.
Yep.
Right.
The character has to be 7 to 10 pounds, like easily. Like, dude, that is crazy.
Marcos, I thought about that too, because even in our chat, what I had said in our chat, I was like, I think this J&D, the bases are at least 20 pounds. I had said that. I was like, it had some weight on it. I like when I picked it up, it's not heavy, but you can feel the weight on this J&D base or what have you. So, what you're saying, Marcos, is true. I'm like, if that thing is like 12 pounds,
or what they could be doing is have a hollow base, which has a really high probability of breaking. Which makes it lighter, so that's even a bigger issue, obviously. So, and there's been some hollow bases Prime One has done recently, and they broke like on shipping. So, just be.
This should have been like 1,100, man, 1,200, if
that's
anything.
Insane, man. So just be wary on these pieces, man. Sometimes, like I know it's always cool to do a day one pre-order, especially if it's a character you love. Sometimes you just gotta wait, because pre-orders last a while and you don't get the full details right away. So always, I think in this economy too, you just got to be smarter about what you like. Don't listen to what I say, not as I do, obviously, because I'm not the smart one. But just be smarter, obviously, than I'm buying and everything. So,
with that said, too, congrats for anyone who is getting it. Because looking at it though, and the concept, it's great. Because I was happy for Alan, and Alan said he was getting it. And I was like, man, it would look cool and just us matching stuff together and you, Jimmy. But it's so disappointing. You want to spend $2,000 on an endoskeleton.
Or
endo.
My deposit.
And now look, I'm gonna wait, because what does Prime One sometimes do, especially with a Predator line? You know what? That wasn't good enough. We're going to change this. We're going to do this. We're going to change this.
They got to fix that.
And now here's the final product. And I really appreciated that with the Predator line. When I saw that, I was like, man, it already looked fantastic and you want to make it better? Okay, I have to see about picking up this piece. I'm very disappointed, and I will hold off on this line because of that reason. And I would be more than happy to purchase all three and have on one shelf if they would make the changes for this and go die cast. And trust me, when it gets out more to the community, guess what's going to happen? Nah, man, I'm not buying that. Nah, I'm not doing that. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off. And again, Freddie's point, Marcos's point, Alan's point, Noah's point. This is $2,000. Like this isn't a $1,200 piece, man. $2,000. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of money for a piece. So I'm waiting to see what their direction is and what they'll do, and then maybe we'll make a decision based on that. But for right now, I am not pre-ordering it. I was going to order this tonight. This was a live pre-order because I know I really want it, but I also really want them to make some changes. And when they do, I will reconsider because this is one that will be coming home.
And what's crazy about this is that a lot of people, and to Alan's point too, when he brought it up, he was like, the last one that was done was like a 1/4, and I think that was like ages ago, right? So a lot of people who were Terminator fans, we've been waiting for this day, when we get a proper one. And even if you got the deluxe, you get the one with the actual like real teeth, which is I would have gotten the deluxe to get that extra head sculpt. We've been waiting for this for so long, and then to just say, hey, you're getting plastic and polystone for $2,000.
Well, hey, Jimmy, can I share something real quick?
Sure, go ahead. Thank you, Noah.
Sure. Just to kind of add to my point.
Okay.
But no, you brought up a good point, man. The ECC would do a great job on that. Endo, right?
I'm not sure if you guys can see it yet, so just let me know.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So, for example, this is one of the die-cast figures I have from Mazinger. This is what I think Prime One should do for this. They should have like an X-ray thing that shows how much, and right here it says 60% die-cast.
Oh, wow.
And just so you can really see which parts are actually, to kind of build confidence in collectors. So just so they can really see what they're doing. So that's just what I recommend.
No, that's a great bring. But let me ask you this. Do you think Prime would actually do something like that? Nah, it's more of like...
Probably not. Yeah, I don't know.
Die-cast, plastic, and polystone. Here's what we have. And to Marcos's point, what's polystone? It's that base, man. That base is polystone. So where's the die-cast? We'll have some on the actual Terminator, and then the rest will be plastic. I'm so sorry to say that. Just like I got that Ultron in, and his arms were plastic. I'm like, what? Hey, no, that's not right. But it was. So did it look good? Yes, it did. It did look good. Did it look good? I think so, but I think they could do a better job.
Jimmy, let me ask you, if you decide not to get those three, would you consider...
So you're breaking up. What was that?
Oh, if you decide not to get those three, would you consider the life-size bust? Because we're talking $6,000 for those three pieces.
Yeah. I thought about that because you could just cancel those and go with the bust. You know what I mean?
Do it, Jimmy.
And you can. It would look kind of sick to have the Bale and the Arnold bust together in two separate shelving, and then going down with the actual others. But am I going to do that? I don't know. I can't decide that this evening. I'm still upset about it not being diecast. So, what I really love is the Endo. I really love that. I really love the character. I love the whole thing about the movie. It's just fantastic. It was great. You know what they would probably, with my luck, they'll probably, oh yeah, we didn't tell you, we're doing a 1/3 Endo that matches the Predator line. It's that size, and it actually is die-cast. That's the one I would buy. That's the one I would buy. I don't think they'll do that, but it's just another way for them to kind of look at this and say, you know what, this is what we're doing. I just hope they do an update to it. I really do. If they update it, I may be I may be able to change my mind, but right now I'm going to hold off.
But you know what's crazy? Again, I know I'm rant because like Terminator is my favorite line, and I may not be getting any of the, but it do you hit 22 pounds? You know how 22 pounds? That's not that heavy. Like I can't wrap my brain around 22 pounds. For all of us, if we picked up 22, it is not that heavy. I can't. A 1/3 statue, like it wrecks my brain. Just like saying 22 pounds and endoskeleton 1/3. Like I can't. It doesn't make sense. That's crazy.
So Aiden posted this today. This is a no joke. This is reality. I was at work today, right? and I saw Anton post. You know how he posts clearance sale, Iron Man 1-to-1 Mark 50, and I was like, "What? You have one?" And I mean, we all know that piece goes for like 10 grand, and then shipping will probably be another $1,000 at least, you know. So this is no joke. I'm driving home. I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe if I waited one more year to get my new Raptor vehicle, maybe I can get that instead. I'm like, I don't know. But I saw that today, and I was like, man, it would look good over here.
Change of plans.
Yeah, but I mark my word, I will have a 1-to-1 Iron Man it'll most likely be in my new home. I got to be able to store this thing though, man. You know, and this box is ridiculous. It's like the size of 5 Hulkbuster boxes. So I mean, it's really big. And
I say wait on the 1-to-1.
Yeah.
I say wait for that, Jimmy, if it ever happens.
Mark 1 would be
amazing.
It would be amazing. It's going to be really tough to beat the half scale, but for it to be one that be 1-to-1, that'd be amazing. I'm not a big fan of the Mark 3 1-to-1. I am a fan of Mark 50 and I even like 85. I like those. I love the pose of those 1-to-1. So just really great. Yeah, I mean, anybody can get in this piece. Congratulations. I think it's great. I think there's nothing wrong with it. If this is one that you really want, is it for me? Right now, it's not for me. I'm going to hold off on that only because I don't agree with some of the materials they're using. I think it could be way better. And for the money they're asking, I think they should really consider doing that. This was posted today. And, what if I do it that way? Let me see here. This was posted today with, I really thought it was amazing. Yeah, this is a really cool diorama from Way Studios from Pacific Rim. And I thought this looked just incredible. Is it just me? Look at this thing, man.
Huge.
Yeah, this is like the Maestro size, man. This has got some buildings. It just looks really great together. Man, I saw this piece and I really love the overall look of it and just the buildings. It just really tells a story of Pacific Rim. I really love the way it looked. 77 centimeters tall, 73 centimeters in depth, and then 64 centimeters in length. And pretty much the same here, 75 height, 70 in length, and then 74 in length, 70 in depth. And these are on centimeters, but can you imagine how big this would be?
There's actually a bigger version too, right here, 90 centimeters tall.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
They have 2 versions. One's like smaller, which is not small, and then they have one that's bigger, which is ginormous, like even bigger. So
I mean, the detail is done so well. And Freddie, this is a movie piece, man. So what do you think?
147 centimeters is 57.8 inches long.
Get out of here, man.
That is, dude, this is a dining room table, man.
Yeah, this is for someone that has a lot of room.
Literally a dining room table.
There's 2 factors. You have a lot of room, and then you absolutely love Pacific Rim.
Yeah, you have to.
Freddie, it's a movie piece, man. But could you ever fit this anywhere?
I love the movies. I'm upset that they couldn't keep it going. I'm just like, first of all, it took, I don't remember how many, was it 6 years, 8 years between 1 and 2? I was just like, this is so, I'm like, I don't understand why they're not making money. Because I think it did well overseas. Cause they love their kaijus and robots. But for whatever reason, it didn't get greenlit again. And I even thought they probably would even, kind of like they did with Godzilla, like make a series.
Yeah.
They didn't. Which I appreciate these. I appreciate Way Studios for tackling this. These like mechas. I think they're doing an incredible job. The only thing I'm eyeing right now from this company, which eventually I think I will do, is their Power Rangers line.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, they're killing
Oh,
that,
that
man.
looks so good.
Look at the detail in this.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's amazing. I think this is amazing. Like whoever gets this.
Freddie, am I wrong though? Like this is the second movie, and the people didn't really like this one at all, right?
The second one, as far as box office numbers, no.
The first one I liked a lot, so
I thought it was. I
Never
think
seen
it
that.
was
that's
amazing.
awesome. The first one.
Amazing. I agree, Gamoya. Like,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I just I can't fathom it. I don't. What I think it was. I think it's probably it wasn't advertised properly, because that's the thing. There was like no buzz. The advertisement was. I felt because even I remember watching it I just felt like it was like out of nowhere. It's like, so it's coming out next week. What is this? That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw it, I was like, this is really good. But I just felt like it was just one of those, like they just made it. They did advertisement for like a week, snuck it out in theaters, and that was it. I felt it was like advertisement, but
it was
so
Del
yeah, they didn't do
Toro,
well.
right? The first movie he created it and everything. Del Toro, Guillermo.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I
that's
just
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
He did a great job.
yeah. But I think this is one of those movies, franchises where if they actually did a legit job advertising the next one, if they ever did a next one, and put it out, because people right now are hungry for something new other than superhero movies that are not that great. That's another story. I think if you put this out now, I think it would do really well. Yeah, I think this is incredible. Like whoever's picking this up, that's a win.
Yeah, it's definitely a win. Alan, I think you'd have trouble actually being able to display this, man. But
Yeah, I would.
what do you think?
Yeah, no, it's very cool. Everything coming out of that company, I mean, they just really go all out.
Yeah.
Detail wise, I mean, the last one I saw, I had little helicopters and all kinds of cool stuff going on. But I had to choose between a big diorama like this. I would probably still go with the Kong Godzilla from Prime 1 over this one.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
The characters are more iconic. Going to stand the test of time. I think a little better than this, but this is an amazing piece, no question.
Yeah, it's really good. Marcos, this is like so big. I think even if you cleared off like 2 of the shelves that we have,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll fit. I think
it would. It would maybe not depth. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
the depth.
Yeah.
The depth, man. Yeah.
The wide, yeah. If you have 2 together, the width, yeah, you can fit it on. But like, this thing's crazy, dude. It's like Alan was saying though, like that whole lineup they did of all the, I forgot what the Jaegers, right? That's what they call them, Jaegers.
Yeah.
All those Jaegers from the first line, like they had them at a con. I think it was Wonderfest. And they all had them all together and looked so good, dude. Like for me, like it's IP. This second movie, especially, I don't care about it at all, but it is cool. Alan said it perfectly though. I think the Zilla versus Kong looks a lot better. And then I saw that Zilla Kong, they put the Mecha Godzilla in the middle of it, looked even better. So like that piece, I just like the IP more too. But for a ginormous piece, man, like this, the detail on the ground level is awesome too. So I don't know, man, this is awesome. It's a lot
of collectors are going to gravitate towards this. There's a lot of fans.
Yeah. Well, and then there's a lot of people that just buy it because it's really cool. Like I know a lot of really rich collectors. They buy pieces like this. They have no like connection to it. They're like, "Oh, it looks great."
Yeah. I get that way sometimes too.
That's how I started collecting Berserk. I knew nothing about it.
Exactly. There we go.
Okay.
One started putting these awesome Berserk pieces out. I'm like, dude, that's really cool. I just started buying them. Knew nothing about the manga or anything.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
That's how it is sometimes, though.
Yeah. It's like with those was it good Ghost Blades? I'm like even those pieces, they're so beautiful.
So beautiful. You could have a whole collection of just those.
Gorgeous.
And then another piece like that, those pieces Todd has of those like Chinese women, and they have like a whole like city in the back of their head or something like those.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, dude,
I love those.
Like, there's spring, autumn, winter, and summer. I think that's like the theme of them. And they look so good. Like what the fuck? Like
and I don't know what culture, like if that's like
Chinese,
Korean or Japanese or whatever, but it's just like you just feel it. Like when you see it, it just hits you.
It reminds me of that movie Hero, with Jet Li.
Oh, great movie.
I love that movie. So.
Great movie.
Yeah, I mean, this here is for certain collectors only because it takes up so much real estate. I think that if you're into this series and you love this franchise, look no further, my friend. If you have the room, this is where you should be at. When I go to Japan this year, there's an Evangelion ride where you actually go through the city and they're fighting just like this in the city.
That's
And it's like supposedly 8D style ride where it moves and got a wind blowing at you and all sorts of stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Also, another thing, you can take that middle piece off, and that'll save you some room width-wise. At
Oh
least.
yeah, I can see that.
So that's like you could take that off and just put it in a box, I guess. But
Yeah,
it's still a big piece, regardless of that middle piece. So
they're I forgot the name. I think it's Cherno. Or Cherno Alpha. Well, because Alan was mentioning it, and I was like, that piece is like the effect with the planes.
Yeah.
Oh, the helicopters, yeah.
Yes, that is so
like
cool.
on the like with the choppers hanging. Yeah. I'm like that. When I saw it, I was like, how'd they do it? Well, I know how they do it, but it just looks cool. Like it's like an effect. It's just it just looks great. Like it's actually trying to hold up the Cherno. Yeah. And I really love that piece. They're doing their execution with those pieces are amazing. Even with the little works inside with it spinning and the lights. I'm like, oh.
And they're big. You know, like those characters, like the Power Rangers, the piece that you're talking about, Freddie, those are big pieces, man. You know, like that's how they should be. I think all kaiju type characters, they got to be the biggest thing in your collection.
I agree.
So like that Zilla that I was talking about, the vinyl one, it's big, but it's vinyl too, but it's still not as big as it should be, in my opinion. So
yeah.
You know?
So what's hard about those pieces, though, Marcos? You know, I mean, unless you have like a place like Art, the statue collector, or something, where I'm like, you can't collect all of those. You can't have like, hey, let me get 3 or 4. Like, you run out of room.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I just like, that's true, 100%. But
you know, but that's why we do the vinyl. People like me, I love Godzilla. You know, I'm just like, I can have the whole army. What do you call it with the monsters? What do they call it? There's a name for them, but I can have all of the monsters with Godzilla, Mothra, and you know, King Ghidorah, and I could have all of them, and only take up but so much space. You know,
that'd be a cool 110 dio, right? If you have all those Godzilla and all the dio, like all the monsters around them, that'd be cool.
If one was made, I'd get it.
It'd be big. It would be big.
I get it.
Again, just a great piece. Congratulations to anybody picking that up, because if you're a fan, I think that's the way you should go. I've got a couple more pieces on deck for us. I know we're hitting that 2-hour mark, but Alan Kiefer, when I saw this today, I thought about you for sure. Let me bring this up here real quick. And there we go. Man, so Ant will be on the show in the spring, but when I saw this, it just screams Alan Kiefer, man. It just does. I mean, this is half-scale Conan movie piece. I think it's going to be great. And I love what Ant's doing out there. I love how he goes to some of the things that he personally loves and turns them into movie scenes and art. And this is just a great example of that. Alan, I got to ask you, man, what do you think about this?
I mean, I can only see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that is going to be a complete sword. So this whole thing is going to be like 55 plus inches tall. It's
going to be big.
The only way I could possibly get something like that is displayed on a pedestal by itself somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's the way this piece would have to go, because it's just so tall.
And I want to see the whole thing. From what I can see, it looks really good.
It does.
Maybe this is something that J&D could do in Platinum Series.
I was just thinking about that.
A lot of skin.
A lot of boobies.
I was just thinking about that. And they did his uniform where he was in his thief suit with all the paint on his face and on his body. That would be amazing. So we'll just see that. Freddie, you have no half scales, man, but do you love this franchise, or is it not something that you like?
Arnold is the greatest action hero ever. I think I've said that before.
Yeah.
Look, man, me personally, I would collect a statue from Arnold from almost every movie he's ever done. Almost, because not all of them, as far as to me, a lot of his movies are iconic, but there's just like certain iconic characters, right?
Yeah.
That I would actually want in my collection. Because I love True Lies, but I wouldn't get his character in True Lies, right?
Yeah.
But like Conan, I would first of all, I get like different variations of Conan. Him this way, him in the what you call it, the disguise camouflage. I would get this. But only in 1/3 scale.
1/3 scale, yeah.
Like my limit is half, and I occasionally dabble in bust. That's I can't do half.
That makes sense.
If this was in 1/3 or even 1/4, shoot, I'd do that. Just to throw out some other ones, I'd also do a Jack Slater from Last Action Hero if that was ever done. And I would definitely do what's his character in Red Sonja? Lord something. Which when I was younger, I always thought that was Conan, but he's not. He plays a Conan type character in Red Sonja. I would get him in like almost everything, man. So if this was in 1/4 or 1/3, I'd 100% like be all over this.
Yeah, it's a great piece. I know you don't really collect half scales, Marcos, but do you like what you're seeing so far? Kind of the teaser.
Yeah, I know it was Arnold's like one of his first movies too, right?
Yeah.
So he has a younger portrait, obviously, which matches, from what we can see or the render or whatever it is. So that's cool. The sword looks, huge, and I know PCS because I have that Deadpool piece with the swords. It's not like it's pretty much metal too, so like that's a good thing. Like it's like a good quality sword that they usually do. So, yeah, man, PCS, dude, gotta always hand it to them. I hope we talk about another PCS piece that they teased, but later. But this piece looks good too.
Yeah, I hope they do mixed media, and I hope they do a metal sword.
It is mixed media. They showed in the boots, and it's like fur, So
it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good, and I really want to pick Aaron's brain when he comes on the show and talk to him about the future of PCS, what they're doing. Maybe maybe he'll bring a teaser for us, which would be amazing. Marco said it best. They're not upcoming. They have arrived, and they are a force to be reckoned with. PCS has got some great pieces coming out, and they continue to just kill it with some of these pieces, man. Yeah. I just love what they're doing, and they have the best. I'm going to say it again: the best turtle line there is. There is no one that beats them.
100%.
Nobody beats them. And that's hard to say in the statue world when you can hang your hat on. We actually deliver some of the best TMNT statues there is, which I really can appreciate. That's to be a good one, Nathan. Red Sonja would be amazing.
Yeah, that Lord, I forgot his name, Lord something, but yeah, I would totally.
What was the name of that actress?
Oh, I forgot her name.
I love her, man, especially in Rocky IV. It's the wife.
The wife of
that was her. It's like you believe that you Americans are so very good and we are so very bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was actually married to Arnold, I believe, or Sylvester Stallone.
And Flavor Flav.
She was.
I don't know, but she was with him.
Fuck. Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
That red hair did it for me.
If I had a Conan and then like she was like in in statue form somehow, I'd do like side by side. I think she did a good job.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
Why you insult us?
Why would you insult us? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, team, we're hitting that 2-hour mark. So today's been a great show, but I did want to just kind of recap what we're doing. And I know I've said it last week.
Jimmy,
go ahead.
Can you look at the Daredevil tease from PCS?
Oh man, I almost forgot that one.
That one's got marked for Marcos. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's my wallets. My money's already to Ant.
That's going home.
Yeah. We're going to let me bring this up here. real quick.
PCS has a flavor for everybody, man. I'm like
Yeah.
scales, like just the IPs, cartoons, movies. I'm just like,
I love how he did the Marvel, because he has like the gaming verse Marvel like license, right? I believe, and he just makes his own Marvel characters. Like he uses the characters and does whatever he wants with it. So it's awesome.
Like Street Fighter, I'm like he's so diverse, man. You could just go in, it's like in a candy shop. You can just go to his company and just like what do you want? Comic, games, like pick whatever. Scales, 110. Yeah, I'm like 110. I'm like, oh.
I swear too. Like whenever somebody asks him, like, "Hey, you should think about doing this," he's like, "Already been thinking about it." Like almost every time too. Like he's always thinking about some other IP that no one else does. So it's always good, man. Always good.
So this is one piece that it almost slipped up on me this week, Marcos. Thanks for bringing it out. But this
came out earlier. That's why.
Yeah, PCS is working on a 1/3 scale Daredevil. There's been some pieces from Daredevil that I've seen that were custom, that were just amazing. There's some. There's the XM one I really love a lot. This one has more of a dynamic pose, him jumping through a window. I think somebody posted on there, man, it's Daredevil Spider-Man. He's got the Spider-Man pose. What the heck? But Daredevil in the comics, he's like an acrobat. Like he does.
He's literally like Spider-Man without the webs.
Yes, yeah. So really take that in consideration. And I really love this piece, man. And anybody that gets this I think they're gonna be really happy, because I love the art direction. I love the pose. I love the expression. I love the sculpt. And in short, I really love this piece. I do. Okay, Marcos, are you getting it or not?
Oh, 100% getting it.
Oh,
okay. I am 100% scared though. How the hell are they gonna pull this off? Like where it's gonna, fit in. I know Alan said I saw it too. That little bar kind of on his hip.
There's one on his hip, and there's another metal beam that goes to one of his ankles.
That thing's got to be sturdy. But regardless, I'm getting it. If it falls on me, I'll figure a way to put it up. This is my favorite Daredevil outfit, so I'm super happy.
Okay.
I love this. Like when he teased the kind of the concept art of it, like a couple months ago or maybe.
Yeah.
Like, if he did something like that, that'd be awesome. He's doing it. So I'm happy about that. And the next thing I said, I hope he does all red. He's doing it. So I'm super happy about it. The only thing I have an issue, like not a big one, but the portrait looks a little weird from the side. Like he kind of looks like a chipmunk with his teeth. But other than that, I think. I think a different angle will be better. Obviously, just we're seeing.
They might do switch outs.
Yeah, knowing him, But
I hope they do a light up feature like I see there.
Wow, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome to light up the church stained glass.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Well, Gamora wants to know live unboxing.
Oh yeah, for sure. When I get this, I don't know how long it'll be, but for sure I'm getting it. So, but my whole plan for my Marvel line is having. I think I said it before, the Wolverine LBS, the Deadpool LBS, and I obviously have other Deadpool stuff, but Spider-Man LBS, and then this Daredevil PCS. So, and then I have all the art prints basically already, so just put them right behind them, and I'm good to go.
Nice. Yeah. It's going to be great. Alan, I think you like this piece, don't you?
Oh, I love this piece.
Yeah.
I love dynamic pieces like that, and I like the art direction on this. I mean, the whole thing. That stained glass, that church kind of feel. I love that. If they can pull off him looking like he's floating or jumping like that, that is just awesome. I mean, I'm not a big Daredevil fan, but that's the kind of piece I could buy that just to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but you don't know how bad I want Doomsday versus Superman diorama. Especially after seeing it in someone's collection. I just really love it. I got to stay strong.
Another thing, if it doesn't come up with the light up, you could do your own light up behind it, honestly. Yeah. Do like a little light up. And the whole church vibes is just such a good look for statues, I think. And I know a lot of Daredevil statues do it, but I think this is like the first one they actually did like stained glass behind it. So that's awesome. So that's
really good.
A Marvel character, what's his name? Blue character, not a Marvel.
No, not Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler, jumping through essentially.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's a custom piece. I thought.
It's custom,
it's by last level.
Looks great.
Yeah, it does. It's good though. I think this might outdo it.
Yeah, and it's 1/3. Like in dynamic, 1/3s are always so good if they do it correctly, obviously. But they do have issues sometimes, and this one looks like an issue waiting to happen. But I can't wait to see the whole product.
Same.
Hopefully soon. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be soon. Freddie, do you like this?
Yeah, I love it. So if you remember with PCS's 1/3 Candyman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when it had like the bees? Like he had bees all over the base. But what I liked was that when he showed, he had the bottle jar with like extra bees, right?
Love that.
That you're able to like sprinkle around the base. So what I was thinking in my head, I don't know if it's gonna go the same route. It's just he just like whipping it off the top. If you kind of did like with J&D, if you remember what I showed when we did the unboxing, and then J&D had like the glass and like the bag, whereas like you could do the effect, whereas like you can sprinkle the excess glass all over the base. So what I was thinking, I don't know if it's gonna go the same route because I know PCS did it with the bees. I don't know if he'll do that. Like, I don't think he'll have stained glass, just because sure that's like Photoshop. But if you could have maybe a bag or something or whatever, some of those pieces, if you wanted to, you could sprinkle like that glass like over the base. I think that'd be like an additional like great effect to him breaking out of the stained window.
I think it'll look great, man. I think it will. I'm looking forward to seeing how they execute this piece because if anybody can do it well, it's going to be PCS. They have done some great things these last 2 years, and I look forward to even more and what they're going to be bringing to the future of collecting. We will pick Ant's brain when he comes on, and we'll ask all the questions because I'm really looking forward to sitting down and talking with him. We've all recognized him on the panel as literally one of the best now. I mean, especially up there with, and that's hard to say. Prime One XM. There's so many great companies out there. So, shout out to Ant for answering everybody's questions, working with the community, and then also, hey, you know what? I can make some time and I'll be there on your show coming up in the spring. And I was like really excited for that. So that's cool. I'll be on here soon, along with Queen Studios, which I still can't believe, but they're coming on. Actually coming up, I think in March. And we have some special guests that will be on with us too very, very soon, along with some surprise guests coming on soon that we'll announce that a little later. And anybody that's watching the channel and a fan, make sure if you'd like to come on one of our shows, reach out to me and we'll sit down and talk. Maybe we can set something up.
Yeah, Galga, if you're listening, please come on our show.
Yeah, who's that?
Galga down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Send me a message and we'd love to have you. We'll sit down and we'll talk about it. And look up for more room tours. Look up for some more stuff coming up too. We'll have that as well. Yeah, good luck getting her on the show, Alan. Okay, we'd love to have you, man, but good luck getting her on the show. I just caught that I was late. Sorry. Yeah.
Like you didn't get it.
I'm like, yeah, come on. Yeah. I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. No.
She has a real big chance coming on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make it happen now just because you said that.
Sure.
All right. Well, I mean, we're at that 2-hour mark, guys. Thanks for everybody coming on. Have a great weekend, and I will see you most likely mid next week for a pop-up unboxing for a Joker Queen Studios live unboxing. That'll be next week, along with what's coming is Predator. That'll be soon, and I've got the extra accessory bus coming too. A lot coming to the channel. I will see you soon.